Is making $1 million a year possible? Well, I'm going to lay a blueprint for you to make $1 million within the next 180 days. And why? I made $96 million in 2023, but I started with a disadvantage. Born in a third world country, in Nigeria, I was a shoemaker and I lived with my mom, who was a single mom. She had custody of us when I was 8 years old, right? The journey all started when I was just 15 and I had just made $50 online for the first time. That $50 turned into $1,000. The $1,000 turned into $20,000, 20 into $100,000. And by 26, I have made $346 million online. And I live in Dubai comfortably. And if I was to start all over again, this is the exact roadmap to earn $1 million by the end of 2024. But before I dive deep into the 4 phases to make $1 million liquid by the end of the year, let's talk about the most important thing you need to do, and that is focus. You see, 97% of those who watch this video won't watch to the end. Of the 3%, only 1% will execute through the year. Listen, million-dollar companies are competing for your attention, and you are making them very wealthy. They want your focus, and they want you to stay in the same position, frustrated, broke, and until you fix this, you will accomplish nothing. But if you can sit down and watch this video to the end and execute, you would win. So let's get started. This video is in steps: $0 to $10,000 a month, $10,000 to $100,000, $100,000 to $500,000, and lastly, $500,000 to $1 million in your bank account by year end. That's why you will have to follow this step by step and take action. There's no secret to earning $1 million in a day. Starting small is essential, and you will have to play the long game. If you're not going to execute on what I'm sharing in this video, this is the best time to click off and stop watching. But if you're going to be the 3% who watch till the end and execute, keep watching. So this is exactly what has worked for me, right? You need to first learn a skill. It's literally the easiest thing anyone can do. And I promise you, if you go ahead and do this, then you're guaranteed to make your first $10,000 a month. Now let's look at it. What are the skill sets that are highly in demand and people will gladly pay you a lot of money for? One is video editing. See, a lot of creators are coming up right now. Matter of fact, according to Statistica, the creator economy is booming. It's a $100 billion industry, and YouTube is paying a lot of creators. But so many people want to be able to make videos and deliver on a consistent basis, so they need video editors. And we even have short form editors. So this is something that will constantly be in demand. So for instance, if you decide that you're going to charge someone $1,000 to edit their videos for them, you can definitely find people on social media by using a tool called Phantom Buster. When you do this, you can enter the keyword business coach or fitness coach. As long as they are a coach and they already sell an information product, they will definitely make money by having a larger reach and also quality content that is going on. If you want to add supplementary services to it, you can sell video scripting. So you provide them a script which takes away the efforts that they will have to put into making these videos from scratch. So you're adding video scripting and then video editing. That makes their life so much easier. Trust me, I believe there are 1,001 coaches who will be willing to pay you $1,000 every single month just for this service. You script their videos, you edit the videos, and you provide it to them. Now, all you need to do this is 2 things. One, either you take on 10 clients that you can serve for $1,000 a month each, which will help you make $10,000 a month, or you decide to work with 1 client and then get paid on a performance basis. You get paid per milestone that is hit, maybe 100,000 views or 10,000 views, and it leads to 10 or 20 sales more than what they get usually, right? So if this business coach is already getting 10,000 views a month and they're getting 10 clients with 10,000 views, but you're able to take them from 10,000 views to 100,000 views, that means you just 10x their business, right? Because they got 10 times the views, and also that will lead to 10x the clients if their funnel still remains the same, right? So now they go from 10 clients a month to 100 clients a month and 10,000 views a month to 100,000 views a month just because they work with you. You can now get paid based on the percentage of the sales that you bring in for them. How does that sound? Definitely something people will be interested in. And now once you have this skill set and you are starting to get more demand than you can supply, this is going to lead to the next phase. Now get this. Most people don't do this. They cheap out on this. And that is why they will never get to the $1 million mark, which leads to the next point, which is you have to find A players and pay them on a performance basis. So you already make these videos, you already edit these videos, and you've documented the process of how you edit these videos. You can now go on a website called onlinejobs.ph. And when you go on onlinejobs.ph, you can find people who live in Philippines who are actually qualified to do the same thing that you do, right? So instead of you being working all the time, your goal now is to focus on attracting as much clients as possible while you find people that can now deliver on these services, right? So if on average, it is a client is paying $1,000 a month, because you can now find more people to deliver that services, you can either do two things: bump up the price that you charge, or find these people who can deliver these same services and now pay them. It's called arbitrage. You find these people, you've already paid them like $500 a month, which is good money for them because of the country that they are in. Now you have a client that you can transfer off to this person within your brand. And by doing this, clients are happy, they get the results, you can bring on more clients, and now you can also deliver with speed. You on your own, where you get 10 clients, which puts you at $10,000 a month. Now you can have what? 20, 25 clients, because you can bring on more people. But this is where it gets crazy. You pay less than you make. So you're taking home 50%. So even if all you did was add on an extra 10 clients per new staff that you bring on board. So one staff is bringing you an extra $10,000 a month, right? Because let's not forget, you're still charging $1,000 a month, but don't forget you're paying your staff $500 a month. So you get to keep $5,000 a month from that. So if you hire 10 staffs, you're making what? $10,000 a month for your own self by doing the service, if you still want to do it. But with every staff that you bring on board, you're making an extra $5,000 a month. So you bring on 10 staffs, you are now making $50,000 a month without doing anything extra other than overseeing these staffs and making sure that your clients get the service delivered to them. And that is assuming you're only working on a flat payment basis without doing any extra performance basis, right? You get the clients, have these people deliver the service to them, and boom, you're making an extra $50,000 that you can pocket. But let's not forget, this step is for you to make your first $10,000, and then the next step, which I'm not talking about, is how you can get to the $100,000 mark. Now that you make $50,000 off of your employees, that's where you want to introduce the performance basis, which I already talked. So if this client, you're bringing them extra 10 clients a month or an extra 100 clients a month because now they have more reach, they are being seen by more people, this is what you will do. You offer the client distribution services. Now these are complementary stuff to what you're doing, and people actually pitch it to bigger creators. Now this is only if your clients can actually service when they get more clients and more money, right? So in this instance, you just took a client from making maybe $50,000 a month to making $500,000 a month. They have more money to deploy. So you tell them, what if we don't just edit and script your videos, but we also provide you distribution channels? And what do I mean by this? You help them create clip pages That is pages where they can post more of their content. So if your client on average is making 10 videos a month on YouTube, yes, that's largely because of the views that they are getting from YouTube. But what if you have subsequent accounts that are created for this person? I'll give you an instance. Someone who is doing this is Iman Gazi, right? Iman is constantly having accounts distribute his content on several platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. If you provide this, trust me, clients will stick with you and they wouldn't want to leave you for anyone else. This is something that I wish I knew back in the days, but if you go ahead and execute on it, you literally make bank. So now if you're telling this client that, hey, with every new client that I bring in for you and with every sale that I bring in for you, I just want 10% of that. If you help this client make an extra $500,000 just by distributing their content, you're getting paid $50,000 extra, and the amount of money you can make doing this is infinite. All you have to do is replicate the same process. Go find A players, have them edit the videos, and find people that can now distribute the videos. So if you're distributing their videos across 10 pages, what's happening? They're getting more views, which will lead to what? More sales, and which will lead to what? You getting paid more. It's literally a no-brainer for you to do this. Now we've talked about how you can get to the $100,000 a month mark. But do not forget, in the beginning, I talked about why you have to document your journey. Now, this is where it is very, very crucial. You have built an audience of people who have seen you go from zero to making $100,000 a month. They've seen you go to $10,000 a month, and now they are watching you get to the $100,000 a month. It's going to do two things. It's going to help you get clients who are going to be interested in your services. That's one. And two, it's going to help you get people who are going to be interested in learning from you, because you documented you going from a newbie who knows nothing about video editing, who has no skill, to now being someone who makes $100,000 a month. You've developed social proof and you've also documented the results you've gotten for your clients, right? This is when people will start asking you, can you teach me how to do this? And that is the jackpot, because at this point, your goal is to divorce your time from money. Then guess what? You've already worked through the process, and that is where you are going to start selling digital products. Now, this is the phase where we want to get to, from $100,000 to $500,000 in every single month. But listen, you already have the capital. You already have $100,000 liquid, which is a position most people don't even get to in the world. That is the point where you're at now. You have $100,000 liquid and capital is easy to deploy. That is when you're going to create a digital product. For instance, how to edit videos, or you can create a course on how to run an agency. Because you've documented different parts of your journey, you're going to have people who are interested in learning different things from you. You could sell your process. Oh, this is how I onboard clients. This is how I land clients. You could sell that. And if on average you're charging $300 for the videos that you're editing or the videos that you're making, guess what? You need 333 sales for you to make $1 million. But the end goal is for you to at least make $500,000. So I would say you charge $500 for the video editing course and also the process through which people can land clients, because if they learn how to make videos and then they learn how to sell that skill as a service, then boom, you're solving two problems in one. And you sell that for $500, all you need is 100 sales a month. But the best part is this. Listen, you already have $100,000 to spend. So you can either go the organic route and start spending money on advertising to get as many eyeballs as possible on your process, or you can decide that, hey, you know what? I figured this process out. I might as well create organic content and put it before as many people as possible. Now, there are several platforms that you can use for this. If you decide to go the organic route, you can use TikTok, you can use Instagram. If you decide you want to run ads, you can also run ads on TikTok ads platform, or you can go use Google Ads. Whichever one you decide, the end goal here is you want to generate 100 sales every single month for your digital product. And remember, it's not to work too hard, it is to work as smart. And that is why you are selling digital products. I've shown you the blueprint now. This is the third phase, which is to divorce your time from your income. And now the last but not the least phase, which will help you get to the $1 million mark. And that is, you need to start an e-commerce brand. Listen, you have to understand that your end goal isn't to work more. Your end goal is to work smart. And that is why we are getting into this. Are you still with me at this point? Because only a few % of those watching will execute. And that's why the next step for you would be, you want to sell any product that falls into these categories. 1, highly in demand. 2, solves a painful problem. And 3, buyers with high purchase power and a high profit margin. Listen, for every product and brand I've built, I made sure it ticked all of these boxes. See, you already have $100,000 to $500,000 liquid. So getting to $1 million is a piece of cake because you can afford to hire the best landing page developers, to get the best marketers on a retainer. 3, also spend time fine-tuning your products and the brand packaging. Now, the maximum budget for this will cost you $15,000. And here's a breakdown, assuming $2,000 for a web developer to design a fully functional website, $3,000 to run TikTok ads. You want to be seen all over, so definitely you need to have a marketing budget, and then $5,000 for product development and minimum order quantity to be shipped to you. Now, you won't spend all this money buying the products unlike everybody else. What you want is to order samples of your product, and let's assume on average you decide to sell wigs because it is popping right now. I wouldn't just sell it as a fashion item, because the mistake most people will make is they keep trying to sell the same thing using the same angle. I'll sell it as a problem solver, specifically for women dealing with alopecia. So you've just taken a basic product from what everyone does and selling as a commodity to something people are willing to pay you a shit ton of money for. Now, for you to be profitable, I always advise members of my community, Ecom Accelerator, which is a community of people where I'm documenting how I'm building Phoenix watches to the $100 million mark. I show them how you can build a brand to the $1 million mark, and you can join by checking out more information in the comment section. I advise them, when building a brand, you need to mark up your products for at least 20x so you can be profitable, and also cover operational expenses, logistics, and many more. Now that we've talked about how you can select the products, what you need to do, what to figure out, next is distribution. And that is how to get your products before as many people as possible. Listen, billion-dollar companies have mastered this, and that's why you can find their products in every household, right? Your traffic sources also are very, very important. It's Facebook or YouTube or TikTok. When you decide which it will be based on where your audience are mainly at, here are the things you must understand to make the jump from $500,000 to $1 million, or even to hit the $500,000 mark, depending on where you are. 1, cost per product. 2, operational expenses. 3, profit margins. 4, cost to acquire customers. And 5, customer lifetime value. Now, someone might be thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? In simple terms, if the products cost you $10, you sell for $300, then your operational expenses is $40. Customers acquired at $20. Customers who spend $1,000 with you within 6 months on average, you spend $70 and net $230 for every first-time sale. So for you to make $500,000 profit, you need 2,174 orders monthly. That's 72 sales per day. The final step for you to now have $500,000 liquid and hit $1 million, and this is the easiest part. all you have to do is hire a few staff, so you kind of work less. Someone to handle logistics, a solid media buyer, a team to make your creatives for the brand that you're building, and a customer experience director. Your goal is to get people to keep buying from you. Now, I know this is so detailed, right? If all you did was to move the levers, you would have $1 million in the bank, reduce the length of shipping. You'd have to reduce the length of shipping times to customers by having a product storage and the third-party logistics to increase the frequency of purchases by your customers. Now, I get this, like all of these things that I'm talking about are very, very complex for the newbies, but you want to make sure that you understand everything. So even if you have to watch this video over and again, then sure. So if your customers spend $1,000 with you within 6 months, and now you give them a reason to spend $2,000 within 3 months, you've just doubled your business without raising your operational cost, right? This is how you have $1 million liquid by the end of the year. So listen, I know what I just shared with you right now was very, very detailed. And I can't even go into much details within this video because all I just shared with you is literally what I'll do to get to $1 million to $12 million a year. But if you want to learn how to build multi-million dollar brands and how I'm building my watch brand to the $100 million mark, I have a paid community. And within this paid community, I document everything. So if you think you found so much value in this video, listen, this is small out of what you will gain. So join with the link in the description. You will see more information on the link in the description and in the comment section. So if you want more breakdowns like this, let me know. And now that you've watched this, watch this video on how I went from $42 to $25 and also this playlist on how you can get rich while you're young. And I'll see you in the next video. Smash the like button.